Here comes the front end of the march. This is good. Front end of the march coming up here, the main street in Red Deer, led by a group of people who want to come together to protect the kids. And here's the counter protesters, about 6 of them, sitting on the other side. Traffic at a complete halt. This is a green light, and the protesters are just coming up on it here. The police are out in force. Keep going, everybody. Keep going, everybody. Keep going, everybody. Let's go. Thank you. Oh, sorry. Thank you, guys. Keep doing what you're doing. Thank you. You can see races, religions, colors, it doesn't matter. We are here protecting kids as best that we can with numbers that are beyond what we could believe. Do you have a problem, sir? Would you like to be on camera? Would you like to say anything?
Nope.
Nothing? What do you think about the amount of people here
It's a lot.
that are supporting this cause?
I find it rather unfortunate.
Unfortunate. So if you're clearly in the minority, is there a chance that you might be wrong?
But no,
If you're clearly in the minority, is there a chance you might be wrong?
I don't have no problem being in the minority, man.
But if you're in the minority, look at all these people, different races, colors, religions, fighting against what you're saying. Yeah, no, it's a public space. You can leave at any time.
Yeah, no, I can't actually. I can't get across the street right now.
You could actually go right over there.
I just want to have a look, man.
So what are you doing here? What is your cause? I see you have the trans
queer friends, and I'm just here to support them, man. That's it.
children or adults?
Adults, man.
Adults. Okay. So you realize that this protest is to protect kids, not adults. No one has a problem with trans adults.
Oh, really? Well, you should go and check out their Facebook page and look at all the hate speech and stuff.
Yeah. No, there's no hate speech. Name one example.
I could show you 1,000 examples.
Name one example right now.
You really think you're gonna do some gotcha shit on me, man?
You said there's a ton of hate speech, so just name one example. So name one example.
Just LGBTQ calling everybody pedophiles and groomers. I saw.
Is that hate speech, or could it possibly be true when we're talking about people wanting to chop off the genitals of children?
That's not what this is about, and that doesn't happen, by the way.
Oh, so it doesn't happen. So what you're saying is if it did happen, you would actually be against it. Because if your argument is it doesn't happen, that means you would have to agree that it's not okay that it does happen. Is that correct? That's a tough one, right? Like if your argument is it doesn't happen, it's because you know it's wrong. Cutting off the breasts of young girls is wrong, correct?
I'm just here to support my friends. I don't really need you in my face right now.
Well, you can definitely walk right across the street. There's these wonderful people here are actually blocking the traffic for you, so you can walk right across the street.
Right to be here.
So again, you didn't answer my question though.
What's the question, bro?
So you're saying that it doesn't happen, that children aren't getting their breasts cut off, correct?
Yeah.
So your argument is it doesn't happen, which means you would agree that if it were happening to a 15-year-old girl getting her breast cut off, that would be wrong, correct?
That would be between her and...
No. You're saying it doesn't happen. So you're saying if your argument is it doesn't happen, it's because you know it's wrong. So is it wrong to cut the breast off of a 15-year-old child?
Is that what this is about?
That's what this entire protest and Hi, how you doing? It's good. That's what this entire protest is about, is protecting children.
Is it?
Yeah, it's about protecting children from ideology that is indoctrinating them into believing that if they have a problem in their life that they can become trans and switch genders, and that's going to solve all their problems. Did you know the suicide rate for trans people after post-op? Post-op. Post-op. The highest rate of trans suicide is 7 to 10 years post-operation. Did you know that?
What?
The highest rate of transgender suicide is 7 to 10 years post-operation, meaning they kill themselves after transition because it is not an answer to their mental health problems. But people, okay, then you can walk away anytime.
I will as soon as this crowd.
You can go right across that way.
I don't feel like it. This is my
Okay.
too, bro.
Okay, you're right. You're allowed to be here, and that's exactly why I'm here. I'm trying to have questions with people,
Well,
trying to
you're
make.
crazy aggressive, man.
It's not crazy aggressive. You're here. You're here as a counter protest. So you should know exactly why you're here. You should have it. You should have a firm belief in why you're here. So my questions are not difficult questions. I'm trying to get to the bottom of it.
You're asking
That how? What question was in bad faith?
all of it, dude.
Which one specifically?
The reality is, man, it's between the children and their families and their doctors and their psychologists. It's none of my business, man. And
Yeah.
I might
If
not
it's none of your business, then why are you here?
because I have friends that went through that process and it was very difficult.
Were they children or adults?
Well, they knew when they were children, but they ended up being adults.
Okay, so when they became an adult, they made a decision, which every adult has the right to do, which nobody here is fighting against. You can hear the crowd chanting, "Leave our kids alone." So I'm asking you specifically if these were children or adults. Okay, well, again, you can walk across the street, but you continue to engage with me because we're having a conversation that I think you want to be in because you're here, but you don't know how to answer these tough questions, which aren't actually that tough. They're really quite simple.
Okay.
So you're here to support your adult trans friends, but this protest isn't
And
about.
my queer friends.
Okay, but this protest is not about adult queer people or adult trans people. No, you don't get to decide what the protest is about. The protest is about protecting children. Are they running around chanting, "We hate LGBTQ people," or are they running around chanting, "Leave our kids alone"?
That's what they're chanting, sure, yeah.
Okay, so why do you get to assume that they're attacking queer adults and trans adults when they're not saying anything like that? You're just assuming that. Yeah, that's not a tough question. Again,
That wasn't a question.
yes, it is a question. No, it is a question.
You have a good one, bro.
You too, buddy. I don't shake hands.
Take care.
Take care, buddy.
What's your name, by the way?
Yeah, my name's Caleb with Sky News.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. So you heard that there first. Great interview with a guy who had no answers to any of the questions that we asked him. An unbelievable display of ignorance. He's walking away over there, hanging his head, because he knows that he can't answer the simple questions. And you heard it here first. They think that this group of people, this massive group of people, is out here protesting against LGBT and trans adults. But they're saying we're protesting for the rights of children to leave our kids alone. So they are literally making things up to be angry about. This crowd continues to grow. We're way down the street there. We're everywhere here. We just had a nice little interview with a guy that could not answer any questions. We'll see if anyone else wants to talk. Huge crowd still coming. This is just absolutely insane what we're seeing here. The support that we're getting to protect children is unbelievable. Again, this has nothing to do with anti-LGBTQ, trans adults. Every adult can be who they want, love who they want, marry who they want, sleep with who they want. Nobody has a problem with LGBTQ adults or trans adults. What we're specifically talking about is the indoctrination of children in schools that teaches them that all of their problems can be solved by simply changing genders. This is a cult that is trying to be built, and they need more warriors, and by warriors I mean more trans kids. The kids are being used as pawns in a political game. Counter protests across the street has nothing going on whatsoever. It is cold out here. It is rainy out here, but we are out here. Look at this crowd. The horns are going like crazy over here. Traffic backed up because we are taking over the streets with a simple, solid message of leave our kids alone. It's a massive crowd out here. We're trying to make our way through. Yeah. Sorry. No, you're good. So again, we're here covering an important time in our society. People have simply had enough, and they are coming out. There's the counter protest, 30 people maximum. We've got 1,000 people minimum here.
We're not monkeys.
He wants me to go with him, sorry.
What a beautiful day, everybody. What a beautiful day. Park is packed with people who are not afraid to stand up what they believe in, who are not afraid to put their faces forward. You can see it. We've got people from, again, all different colors, backgrounds, religions. It doesn't matter. One message unites us all. Leave our kids alone. It is cold out here. My hands are freezing. I'm not going to lie. I should have worn gloves. But that just goes to show you the absolute... I almost didn't come today. I'm not going to lie. Because I woke up, I saw it was rainy. I'm like, it's going to deter people. But my goodness, it deterred absolutely no one.
I didn't know I'll be there.
Almost got impaled with my eyeball with an umbrella. Looks like we've got a lot of kids out here today too. Parents taking them out of school to protect against this because they understand as well as their parents that this stuff is wrong.
Come on out the sidewalk. Let's go. It's a public sidewalk. They're not going to corral us. Oh, he's alone.
It's pretty nuts. Let's go, buddy.
Excuse me?
You can see the counter protest is just piddly. You know, I asked the guy that I interviewed, who was creepily standing behind me, what he thought about being in the absolute minority and if that should change his opinion. Because the reality is, if your views are in the minority, you're probably wrong. And it's clear today, Canada is sick and tired of woke ideology disrupting our school systems, disrupting our children, and disrupting the normalcy of our society. And we are done with it. From every race, color, religion in Canada, we are absolutely done with it. So the 30 counter protesters are chanting, leave trans kids alone, but let's just be real, there's no such thing as a trans kid, because if you believe in trans kids, you believe that kids were born in the wrong body, and the reality is no kid is born in the wrong body. Every kid is special for who they are and what they are, and their unique and individual personalities, looks, and everything else in between. The only reason that we get into this gender craziness is because the ideology takes over and they attack kids who have mental health problems and depression and anxiety, and they give them the carrot of hope. And the carrot of hope, and by the way, hope is the most powerful emotion in the world. If you have hope, you have a reason to live. But the hope that they give these kids who are struggling is that to change their gender, it will solve all their problems. And so, of course, kids attach to this because they just want to be healthy, they want to feel better, they want to be happy. And the carrot they use is gender. And it's absolutely insane, and we are done with it. Kids from every culture, background, everything you could imagine are here. A small, tiny group of people. The police are here, keeping order as best they can. I'm not gonna lie, it's a lot of unhealthy, just kind of fringe members of society, right? Like these, no offense, there's nothing wrong with, do we see a single healthy person here? There's nothing wrong with being weird or being strange. Like, you be yourself, love yourself, and if you're weird and strange, according to society, love yourself, who cares? But what happens is these kids that are weird and strange, they get sold that they could have better lives by being trans. And that's why you'll notice all of these people are members of what we would in the 90s consider to be the nerds and the losers. And again, that's not a good thing, or that's not a bad thing. It's just you are what you are. You didn't fit in with society, you didn't fit in high school, and that's the reality of the situation, right? But we can't understand that is exactly what these people are, and they should have just accepted themselves for who they are, and it is not trans. Like, I'm sorry, but like, these are not, there are no healthy people. And is this a coincidence? Like, look at the difference. Like, I don't think there's coincidences with this kind of stuff.